Hi, welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss about the database testing using the JDBC driver API for our Selenium frameworks. The very first thing that we need to understand is that database testing cannot be done using Selenium's WebDriver API alone. A lot of people have this perception that database testing can be accomplished using the Selenium WebDriver API, which is only partially true because you need to have the JDBC driver API along with the Selenium WebDriver API to be able to perform or accomplish the database testing. So let's dive a little deep into this discussion. So the prerequisites for to be able to do database testing using the JDBC API or the JDBC driver API there are a couple of things. First thing is that you need to have a database installed up and running. And the second thing is that you need to have the JDBC driver API. In this case, the database driver we are going to use is MySQL Workbench. I have already installed that and it's up and running in my machine. If you want to know about how to install MySQL Workbench, please take a look at the video that I have exclusively for downloading and installing the MySQL Workbench. The second thing is that you need to have the JDBC driver jar that you have to download, and you can download it from this website. I have this link in the description of this video, so you can take a look at that. So one thing that we need to understand is that JDBC driver, the jar or the API is provided by the Oracle. Earlier it was also called as Sun, right? And every database vendor, they have their own implementation of this JDBC driver API. And the implementation that we are going to use is of MySQL, right? So the second thing is that, yeah, I told, right, the JDBC driver, uh, there are a lot of implementation of this JDBC driver, and some of the or these are the vendors that supports the JDBC driver. These are the vendors that have implemented the JDBC driver API and created their own driver APIs. So the one that we are going to use is MySQL. You can see here. All right. If you want to use any other JDBC driver, then you have to download the JDBC implementation of that respective vendor. I'll explain this in detail. So let's go ahead. So these are the two packages that we'll be discussing about, the java.sql and javax.sql. And these are the four main classes that we'll be discussing in this tutorial or session. So the first one is driver manager class, the second is connection, the third is statement, and the fourth one is result set. All right. So these are the steps that we are going to perform to be able to accomplish the database testing. So the main thing in this video that we are going to accomplish is to be able to connect to the database and fetch the information. I'll have a follow-up video tutorial wherein you can pass this information to the respective uh, know, websites. So this is the first in the series of tutorials for Java database testing. All right, so let's go ahead. So the first step here is that you need to add the downloaded MySQL database driver. So I told you in the slide 2 that you have to navigate to this link, right? So I'll navigate to that link. So once you navigate to this link or to this website, you will be able to see two files that are present in this website. What we are interested in is the zip archive. If you are working with Mac, then you might have to download this star archive. All right. So I have already downloaded this, and I have it in my jars folder. So this is the one that I have extracted. So this comes as a zip file, and I have extracted this. So you navigate inside this folder, and you will be able to see a jar file with this name. So right now the version that I'm having currently at the time of recording this video is 5136. So what you need to do now is that I'm going to create a new package, and I will call it as JDBC demo. And inside this, the first step that I'll do is that I'll create a folder, and I'll call it as lib, and I will copy this to this lib folder. The reason that I'm doing this instead of just directly adding is that tomorrow if I download it somewhere, I should be able to run it. I'll explain you what I mean by that. The next thing is that go to build path, configure, add jars, select the jar that we have added inside lib folder, select that, click on OK. So the third thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a class. I will call it as driver class, and I will have a main method inside that. Fine, I have updated the package name as JDBC demo new, and I have also written a few comments here. So we'll be following this. So the first thing that you need to do is that you need to load the driver. So if you see here, the first thing that we have to do is to load the driver. Okay. So before loading the driver, yes, I have already added jar file. So you can see here the jar file that I have added. This is the JDBC implementation uh, by MySQL. The first thing, as I told, is we need to load the jar. So there are two ways that you can load the driver class. Uh, First method is you can use the class object. Okay, so what I'm talking about class object. So you just press Control, hover on this, and click on this. So this is the class that I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a class. Okay, so you can use this class, and there is a static method called for name, and you can pass the class name. So the class name is let me navigate so that it will be easy for you to understand. So the class that I'm talking about is the driver class. All right. So this is the one that I want to load. Okay. Inside this is the driver class. So this is one of the methods. What I will do is that I will have this in try catch block. If any exceptions comes, I should be able to catch it. All right. So I'm using the exception class here. So this is one of the methods. The second method is that instead of using the class, you can create an object of a driver. Now, if you see what is the driver that I'm going to create from what package, it is from the MySQL package. All right. So if you see here, I have imported this class, that is driver class, from the package com MySQL JDBC. Right. So once you have created, the second thing is that you have to use the driver manager class, and from that its static method known as a registered driver. All right. Inside this, you have to pass the parameter driver. So with these two statements, what we have done is that we have loaded the required driver class. All right. So the second thing is that we need to connect to the database. So for connecting the database, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make use of the driver manager class again. So if you want to see what contains in this driver manager, I'm going to the driver manager class and give me a second. So these are all the methods. All the methods you can see are the static methods. So the first method that we have used is the register driver method with one parameter. All right. So now what we are going to use is that the get connection method with three parameters. All right. So let me go to this again. So to get connection, you see this is the overloaded method, overloaded static method. So we are going to use this. So the first one is the URL. Okay. So do not worry about this. I'm going to tell you what exactly is this. Right. The second parameter is the username of the database, and the third parameter is the password. So I have set the username and password as root and root. So what would this return? This get connection object would return a connection class. Okay, would return an object of type connection. So I'm going to take it into connection and I will call it as con. So here I will import, make sure that, if you hover here again, you will see that this connection class is from the package Java SQL. So make sure that you import only from Java SQL, not from the com MySQL JDBC. All right. So now let me go back and explain you what is this. What exactly is this? This is the URL that we are passing. So let me explain. Let me go back and explain you about that URL. So this is the syntax. This is the default syntax of the URL. Okay. For each database vendor, they have their own implementation of this syntax. Okay, but the first one remains same for almost all the whether it is MySQL, whether it is IBM's DB2, Sybase, MS SQL, anything. Okay, so the first thing will remain same, that is JDBC, and followed by the driver protocol. Okay, so here the protocol that we have given, this is the protocol MySQL. Sorry, this is the protocol MySQL. All right, and then the third item in this is the database driver connection details. All right, so here I have installed the database locally, so that is why I am giving the local host, and right now it is listening on port 3036, and this is the schema information, the demo. So I'll just open this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right. So the MySQL Workbench has been launched. So I have created this instance. So here you can see the details. The local host, and right now it is listening on 3306 port. All right. So it's listening on the 3306. Okay, I have it here wrong. 3306, not 333736. All right. So if I go to this, so here you can see I have this schema that I have created called demo. Right? So that is what I'm passing as the last thing here. All right. So I have the root as username and password. So if you are still not clear on this, please watch the video that I have created for downloading and installing the MySQL database. All right. So So this is a pretty much constant thing. Okay, it remains very constant till here, but it will change. These two parameters will change depending on where what is the port number that you are using to listen this, and what is the schema name that you have used. All right. So let me show you a few more different types of URLs. If you are not using MySQL but using something else, but let me show you. So these are different connection strings that you can have for IBM's database too. This is the structure. It starts with JDBC and followed by DB2 colon host port and database. It's pretty much very similar to how this connection string is for MySQL. Only change here is that instead of MySQL, it has been replaced by DB2. So for Java's own database, okay, so you can see this. And for Microsoft SQL Server, you have this. You have it in this way. Okay, so these are different things, and I have fetched this from this source. Again, this link is there in the description. You can watch it there. So let's come back again here. So the next thing that I want to create is a statement object. So for that, I will use create statement with no parameters. All right. And I will take this into a statement object. So make sure that you are again loading it from the java.sql. Okay. And the next thing is that once I have the statement object handy, then I can create the result set. Now let me create the result set is when you execute the query. So if this is the method that you have to use, execute query, and inside this you can pass the query that you want to execute to fetch the information. Okay. Um, so I'm using the very simple query here. I want to fetch all the information from a table. Okay. So for that I'm using select star, which will return all the elements from the table. From that, I have to give the table name here. So it's inside the schema called demo. And if you come here, you will see that inside the schema demo, I have this table name called as test table. Okay. So I will give it as test table. All right. So this execute query will return a result set. Okay. So I have to take it inside the result set, okay, and I'll call it as RS. All right. Once we have the result set, which means that it contains all the information, all the items that it has fetched from this table. Okay. So I will have a while loop to iterate through this. So I can use the next method, okay, which will return boolean, which means that if the element is present, if the next element is present, by default rs no will be before the start of the first row. Okay, so that is why we are saying if the next row is present, okay, then go into the while loop. So what I'm doing here is that using the getString method, okay, um, the parameter that you have to pass inside this getString method is nothing but the table name. So let me write it here, star from demo dot table. If I execute this query, you will see all these names. So let me first fetch only the name. Okay, let me fetch only by the name. So name is nothing but the uh, the table column name. Okay, so you can either give the name, the column name, or there is another thing that you can give the integer. Integer is nothing but the column number. So this is one, this is two. You can give two. All right. So that is all. Um, the next thing is that we have to close the connection to the database. We should never leave the connection open. Okay, for that I use the close method. All right. So that is pretty much for this. So let's try to run this now. Right click and run as Java application. Okay, sorry, actually I did a small mistake here. It should not be dot, it should be colon here. So let me run this again, run as Java application. So you can see that the information has been fetched. Okay, the values from the name column has been fetched. So let's compare this. Okay, so you can see Reddy, John, and James. If you go here, what are the information that contains Reddy, Nick, John, and James? All right. So now let's try to fetch the email address and the corresponding email and address also for these folks. Okay. So let's go here, and what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to decorate a little here. Okay. Contact here. All right. Thanks decorating it. Nothing specific. Nothing else that I'm doing here. So let me run this now. All right. What did I do here? Sorry, guys. I- Okay. So the first record is ready, ready at foo.com, Irving, Texas. Okay. Ready at foo.com, Irving, Texas. You see the second record is not the next, this is next record. Okay. I'm a little poor at that. So, all right. If I run this again, the next record is this one. Okay. The next record is this one. So if you want to specify it a little, right? The record, nothing fancy here. So the record one, oh, it's not sure why it is showing as record one only. Sorry guys, actually I'm doing a lot of things. But you can stop here. I mean you can work on top of this. Okay. Uh, all right. So now this time I think this should work fine. All right. So the record one, the record two, and record three. So you can keep working on this. Okay. So sorry guys, I know I took a little for all these decorations and all. Okay. So what I'm going to do is that now I will upload this into this here. Okay. Make sure that it's not JDBC demo. Okay. This the name is JDBC demo new. All right. So let me push this. Not move, not move. Alright, I'll move this guys. Looks like I'm having some trouble with this. Not sure why that happened. Um, right, so I have commented. Let me pause the video. It's gonna take a little time. Alright, so I'm pushing it to the branch now. Just give it a second. I think it shouldn't be taking much time. Looks like I'm having some internet trouble, guys. It's not connecting. Not able to connect to the URL. So I will upload it. By the time you see this video, it should be there. All right. Thanks everyone for watching this.